A while ago, I made a little servitor to help me sleep better. A servitor is like a computer program of a spell that runs until you tell it to stop. So I made my little sigil, I gave it a name, I gave it some energy, I gave it some rules, I gave it a place to live, which is in my little fancy sleep mask, and it just wasn't cutting it. So today I'm going to kill the old servitor and make a new one with largely the same parameters, but trying to improve what I can and also make it a little more aesthetic. Because this is cute, but it is just an index card, and I deserve better from my servitors. Here we have my last one. This is the sigil that describes the name of the servitor. It's got the moon and Neptune symbols. And on the back, I have some of the rules and guidelines and goals of this servitor. Off screen, I looked up how to make Victorian love lock letters. They're these fancy, you write your secret little letter here, you fold it up, real cute. And I thought that would be a great way to include more of the rules of the servitor on the piece of paper that has like the face of the servitor. We've got all of this space. I did rip the paper a little bit. We're not talking about it. So here in the center, I think I'm going to write its name, which is Delphin Moreg. Which is an anagram of one of its main functions. And then around the outside, I think I'll write all of the rules, because I feel like that's the way to arrange it most aesthetically. Like if I just were to start to write the rules here and like I stop here at the 2/3 mark, I've got all of this empty space. And if I try to write it here in the middle, I know inevitably I'll try to get all the way to the bottom, and then I'll have to decide whether to put the overflow up here or whatever. I don't like that. Not feeling it. And I'm doing some of this in pencil because I don't want to mess anything up. I feel like if I have to cross anything out, that is going to kind of come at cross purposes of and like dilute the magic of the end result. Because the servitor is built around sleep and me being able to sleep well and wake up refreshed, I'm going to use a lot of blues in everything. So let's start writing some rules. I think where I messed up the first time I made this servitor is that I didn't give it a way to eat. I didn't give it a way to get new energy to start actually doing its work and to continue doing its work. So this time I said in its parameters that the way it gains energy is when light hits either its little home sigil or my sleep mask, it can harvest that energy and use it to do its work. This is especially important because I need it to not be using my energy because I have chronic fatigue. And the entire point of this is to make it so that I can wake up and I can have energy. So I'm hoping by giving it a very explicit, this is how you eat, and then all of my energy that you get, you store, it will do a better job. I don't think the old one was like sucking all of my energy away. I think it just didn't have any stored. Like once it burned through the first amount of energy that it gave it, it didn't have any way to re-up its battery, and then it couldn't keep going. It didn't have anything to, it was on hungry stomach, empty stomach. All right, now that I've gone ahead and written all the rules for this spell, for this servitor, it includes stuff like the name, its purpose, its lifespan, like how long it will keep going, when it works, when it doesn't work, what its abilities are, the way that I can kill it if I decide I don't like it anymore. All these sorts of rules are stuck in here, along with the clause that if I add anything to this paper after I've birthed this servitor, the new rules will also be true. Now that that's done, I can start having fun decorating the visible parts. This is where the name sigil is going to go. And these are a bunch of really cute little stamps that I have. Use this cute little border right here. This little crescent moon. While this was folded up, I carefully marked in pencil which parts were going to be visible. Now we draft the sigil. The sigil is based on its purpose. I used the very standard sigil crafting method of like writing down all of the letters in my desire and overlapping them until I got a shape that I liked, and then vamping that to get this nice little design of the eye closed and the implication of sunset. Let's draw this one. Alright, let's do a dry fit really quick. Do this like you in. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I was almost right. Oh wait, I am right. And boom. All tucked together. I'm gonna see if there's anything else I can do to make this cutesy. Servitors are a really cool part of chaos magic, which is not a closed system. A system of really like looking at magic from a slightly more technological or algorithmic almost way, and also looking at magic from an angle of what do things mean to you. So you'll see a lot of materials that are not traditional. You know, the sleep mask here wouldn't be found in most rituals, but because this is a spell about helping me sleep, and this is part of the ritual of me going to sleep, it makes sense to put it here. If I were doing a protection spell, I might, you know, that was chaos magic infused, I might use like a bullet that had been fired in self-defense. You know, it's sort of like very, really linking the use of something in the mundane world to its use in magic. And I think that's the old Servitor done. And here is my fancy ass sleep mask. I wish I was getting sponsored by these guys, but I'm not. Lay that here, because this is where the Servitor is going to actually live. Put its little home sigil on, and finally, a bunch of amethyst, which is a good stone for sleep. in the voiceover talk about what servitors are and more about what servitors are like. And that's that. I built my little servitor off screen because I didn't want to make a lot of noise. I played my kalimba and repeated the rules of the servitor, the parameters, until I felt like I had raised enough energy that I was a little bit low-key gonna vomit, and I breathed that into the little space in the pocket here, sort of like give it a bunch of energy to start with, and then I encircled the sigil with a circle because in my parameters I said that was the moment that the servitor would be born. Welcome to the world, baby Delphin Mareg! Anyway, here's hoping this works. And thank you for helping me make a servitor. Bye.